let's start at the beginning. How long have you been teaching? How long have you been teaching here? Just the basics of that.
I have been teaching about 26 years and about 11 here at Devaney.
Okay. And has it always been kindergarten, or?
I've always been in kindergarten.
What is it about kindergarten that you like so much?
You know, I think it's because you get them when they first come in, and you can build that excitement for school and that love for school, and it's such a fun age. They learn so much.
And when was it that you knew you wanted to be a teacher?
I think when I was small, I had an older sister who went to college to be a teacher, and I was 11 at the time, and I followed in her footsteps. I thought it was really neat that she was going to be a teacher, and I wanted to be just like her.
If somebody walks into your classroom that's never been here before, what are they going to see? What kind of things are they going to see?
They're going to see a lot of little hands working, hopefully intently. Let me start that over.
It's okay.
Okay, you're going to see a lot of little hands working with hands-on projects, working together with each other because they learn just as much from each other as they do from myself. And I want it to be a fun, loving atmosphere. And we worked from the beginning to build love and trust. And I think because I set that precedence right at the beginning, that the classroom is filled with it and they're ready and eager to work.
Now, you're kind of all over this place.
I
noticed you do a
am.
lot of walking. Now,
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that. I mean, why the philosophy that you have?
I think kids learn best by doing, and sometimes they might get a little off track, and so I walk around to refocus or to make sure that if they're having any problems, that I can get them back on the right track. And I want to see what they're doing. It's a lot of fun.
Talk a little bit about this school, the staff, the kids. For somebody who's never been here, what would you tell them about the school?
I would encourage anybody to come and visit Devaney. There's so many good things going on in the classrooms. I feel like I can go to any teacher and get expert advice on anything that I need. And we work together. We're a team, and there's some really exciting things going on.
Awesome. Tell me, were you familiar with the Golden Apple before this?
Yes, yes.
When somebody mentions the Golden Apple, what do you think of?
I think of an elite group of people that have been selected for doing a great job. And I think all my life I've wanted to do the best that I can do. And it's just such an honor to be recognized for doing what you love to do every single day.
Yeah. And what does it mean to you that somebody took the time to nominate you?
I'm overjoyed, really, because for them to take the time and some of the letters that they read to me, they poured their heart and soul out. And it's so exciting. Some of the letters were from former students and that are in middle school and high school. And to know that they still remember me, they still remember coming into my classroom and doing the plays and having fun. And that's what it's all about. I've touched a life. I've made a difference.
Yeah. And do you have any, I mean, is there anything that you can recall or any moments that you can think of that you think, wow, this is why I do this? Is there anything that comes to your mind, or?
Let's come back to that one.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess, you've been doing this for a while, and
I have.
you probably run into a lot of your former students. What is it that you want your kids that have gone through this classroom to think about you? What do you want them to take away from this classroom after they're gone?
Okay. Kindergarten is a journey. It's not a race. And I want them to remember all the fun moments that we had. They're learning, but we do it in a fun way. And I want them to be happy about coming to school. And so hopefully it starts in kindergarten and it carries with them all the way through their school career. I hope they still love school because of that first start that they got in my classroom.
Sure. And I know that right now is kind of a tough time in education. What do you think would be one of the biggest struggles as an educator and one of the biggest rewards as well?
I think the struggle is trying to get all the academics in, and it's a challenge to incorporate everything and to still make it fun because they're still 5. They still need to have fun. They still need to have hands-on experiences. And so I spend a lot of time doing lesson plans to make it just right. And they're never the same from year to year. I want it to be unique for each classroom. And so that's probably the biggest struggle. And the biggest reward is getting hugs every day, telling me that they love me, and they know that I love them too.
And now have you had students that you now have their kids yet?
Not yet. Not yet. Pretty close, but not yet.
I was just curious. Let's see here if there's anything else I need to ask you. Talk a little bit about the plays that you guys did. Why do you think it's important to do things like that? You mentioned the fun aspect of it. Why do you think it's important to do those kind of things?
You know, the plays were created by a grant that I received from the Vigo County Education Foundation. And it started where I would invite the parents to come in for family meetings, and I wanted to perform for them so that the kids would get a kick out of it and the parents would too. And then it evolved into, it was so much fun having them up on the stage. And the apprehensive ones, the ones that I didn't think would ever take parts, gained self-confidence and got up on the stage and turned into that character. And I've always been amazed every year. There's always somebody that just really takes to it. And then they end up doing community theater and things like that. So I think it's a big confidence booster, and I think it's great for their self-esteem.
And then I guess finally, what does it mean to you? I mean, this is I think 25 years of the Golden Apple. You know, it's still only 5 teachers a year, and it's an elite group like you mentioned, and now your name is in that list. I mean, has that kind of sunk in yet?
I don't think it has. I don't think so. I'm just absolutely thrilled at the opportunity to be one of the Golden Apple winners. It's very prestigious.
Now, do you know any other winners? I know you know at least one.
Yes, we know Mrs. Nutter from our principal, and then Mrs. Burpo, who is also a kindergarten teacher in this building, was a former winner, and then a past second grade teacher, Rebecca Baylor, is also one of my friends. So.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously this school has a rich tradition in this
Absolutely.
award. So talk a little bit about that. I mean, you've probably seen these folks walking through the halls, and just what does it mean to have that caliber of staff here?
I think that it pushes you to be the best that you can be. We learn from everybody around us, and we're great at collaboration here. And so to be one of those selected, I feel honored, just honored. That was crazy. Don't use that. Don't use that. You cannot rehearse this.
I thought you were doing good.
Oh, not me. Oh, my goodness.
Well,
I don't know how you're going to put this together.
I can't think of anything else to ask. Is there anything you'd like to add, or something that we didn't cover that you think is important to talk about?
Oh, yeah.
did great. You did a good job.
Oh, see, I don't think so. I think I'm stumbling over every word
No.
and saying the same thing in circles. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know. Help me. Make me look good.
You did great. You did great. I guess talk a little bit about. You talked a little bit about kindergarten and why kindergarten, but there are probably a lot of people out there that would go, "Wow, kindergarten! I don't know if I can handle that."
Mm-hmm.
Talk about what it takes to be, in your eyes, a good kindergarten teacher.
Okay. I think that it's very important to have rules and procedures. The little ones really respond to the procedures, and if you expect it, they'll do it. And as long as you have procedures in place, anything's possible in the classroom. You can put them in groups, you can work with them individually. They're ready to handle it as long as you expect that they're going to follow the rules and procedures.
Perfect. Good. You were great.
No, I wasn't great.
Yes,